Dear Nigerians, do not knock what you have not tried out. Do not condemn what you have not executed to perfection. The project Nigeria, I want to remind Nigerians, Lord Lugard was not an idiot. He never was. I have researched the man, and the UK did not look at two protectorates and say, go and take over that place, and Frederick Lugard goofed. We are the people who have refused to make this project Nigeria work. As far as that man was concerned, I believe he was an administrative genius to have convinced the North and the South to operate as one entity. Let me also remind Nigerians, one of my biggest problems with people saying, let Nigeria split, I always ask them, I want to always remind them, have you given Nigeria a chance and Nigeria did not work? Before you say, let's break Nigeria up. It happens in marriage counseling. When people come for divorce, even in the court will tell you that before we even hear your divorce, go and live together for a while. The couple would be advised to at least give it one more chance before they can categorically say they are done. Let me now go to the Davido issue. I repeat, there is a very beautiful statement I saw online, and it reads, your religion does not prohibit me from anything. It prohibits you from certain things. Know the difference. Your religion does not prohibit my artistic expression. It prohibits you from violently trying to Charlie Hebdo me for my artistic expression. Your religion does not stop an idiot from insulting your prophets. What your religion does is gives you the right to tell the idiot, these are the reasons not to insult my prophets, and walk away from the idiot, block the idiot, choose to not engage with the idiot, if you consider such a person an idiot. But your religion does not permit you to get up, set the idiot on fire, stone the idiot to death, shoot the idiot, or murder the idiot. Let us put life in perspective. Davido, as an artistic expression, can choose to shoot a demonic video. I repeat, Ozzy Osbourne was the Prince of Darkness in the United States, made a career out of it, and ate a bat live on stage. All it does for you, you cannot stop Ozzy Osbourne from making that choice. He is a human being. Those are his rights. You can block Ozzy Osbourne. You can go and say you don't like Ozzy Osbourne. You can cause an outcry against Ozzy Osbourne. It is your right to protest against Ozzy Osbourne. You have no right to burn Ozzy Osbourne memorabilia. You have no right to attempt to kill Ozzy Osbourne. You have no right to threaten Ozzy Osbourne. It's a level of impunity, Saddam. So I will tell you, you are right, Otumba is right, but there's an angle we are not looking at. I will also remind you that that is why there should be, or by asking for Davido's death or murder, you will go to prison. That is when I say there is a Nigeria that we have not tried yet before we condemn Nigeria. I would encourage Davido at this point to not apologize to anybody. When dealing with terrorists and terrorism, you give them an inch, they request for a mile. If he shot that video with his artist, who is a Muslim, and who felt within his artistic expression that I feel happy enough to dance on a mat on the mosque, that is his expression. He is also a Muslim. So let us get that into perspective. You have your right to say, I don't like the video. You have your right to block Davido. You have your right to never listen to Davido again. You do not have the right to burn Davido memorabilia in public. You can legit start. You don't even have the right to get up and say, the 19 northern states have banned Davido. Who the fuck is that citizen of Nigeria that did that? So let us have a balance in this country, please. That is where the North too has been allowed certain levels of impunity that must be clipped in its wings. Facts. So let me now move to today's topic. God bless you all, and I hope I made sense to everybody concerned. Let me move to today's topic, sirs. Follow me to the book of Google. Asari Dokubo was arrested by Olusegun Obasanjo in the year 2005, between 2005. He was charged with treason and he risked life imprisonment. The government called him a gangster. He was arrested on the 20th of September for threatening to bomb oil installations. According to Asari Dokubo, how did he survive in prison? He said he read his Quran back to back. Asari Dokubo has clearly not learned anything. I don't know who made Asari Dokubo a Muslim, but I don't know how a man will go for Hajj, come back from Hajj, and stand a militia in front of his house and threaten his country. Please, I beg you, Muslim Ummah, the energy you have for Davido, can you please help me ask Asari Dokubo whether you go for Hajj, come back from Hajj, arrest, gather boys in your house and threaten the country? Is that not haram as well? Or is this energy only for musicians, of which I am one as well? Asari Dokubo luckily got out of that issue. And this animal has clearly not learned his lesson. He's threatening Nigeria again. Let me also take you to some certain issues. Asari Dokubo, the APC, first of all, if one thing you know about the APC will respond to what they consider fake news. 2 days ago, some information came out from sources that were semi-credible that a Supreme Court judge had resigned in less than 2 hours. Every APC spokesperson had put out a post saying that it was a lie, it was fake news, and obviously obedience were heating up the polity. 24 hours later, after Asari Dokubo, in a militia of at least close to 1,000 young men in front of his house, claimed openly to be working for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there has been no statement from anybody in the APC, least of all, Mr. Mount Order, Dele Alake. Please, I'm here on this show to always give you people data, because data matters. The APC, Asari Dokubo, has been in Aso Rock direct entry and has today threatened the governor, rightfully elected governor of Rivers State, or the fraudulently elected. Let's just do some maths. Now, this is the problem with legitimacy. When you are not legitimate, anything goes because you have no say in your country. Let me remind you guys also, take notes. Go with me to Google. What caused, this is for the Nigerian army, what caused the Sudanese crisis? When a president has no credibility with the military, he encourages militias. Political Science 101. When a president has no credibility with his military, he encourages militias. In Sudan, Omar al-Bashir encouraged the inauguration and creation of a militia called the RSF. There was already an army in Sudan called the Sudanese Armed Forces, the SAF. They created a paramilitary rapid support forces, and at the end of the day, that paramilitary militia wanted to be involved and taken into the Sudanese army. The Sudanese army refused and a fight started, but it was already too late. That militia was armed, strong, and ready. That crisis has displaced 3.3 million people. One militia run by a blogger in Sweden. Abi, where is that Simon Ekpa? One militia in Finland is causing so much problem in the southeast that Nigeria cannot handle it. Then you are talking of the one where the head of the militia is in his compound, motivating his boys and singing along with them. If these Biafra boys are ready to die for a blogger with no military or terrorist experience based in Finland, Lord knows what the militia in Nigeria, which might be following a Wahhabi Muslim agenda through what Asari Dokubo is pushing. So dear Nigerian army, you too, fuck around and find out. Because you cannot tell me you don't know Asari Dokubo's house. How did Bola Tinubu send him his invitation to come to Aso Rock? What was the forwarding address? So I repeat again. Today, let's go to Google. Emefiele was arraigned on a 20 million naira bail because the SSS found one AK-47 in his house. Pastor Uche Aigbe of House on the Rock, Abuja, borrowed his mobile policeman's AK-47 to give a sermon. The SSS arrested him and jailed him. That case was later settled and he was released. But Asari Dokubo brandished two AK-47s and threatened obedience. At least by what they are doing to Emefiele, Asari Dokubo should pay 40 million naira at 20 million per rifle. True or false? And double, if Emefiele spent 44 days in prison, Asari should have spent 88 days in prison. Children of God, true or false? Because you cannot argue with data. But today, SSS is telling you that they could find the former CBN governor, that they could find the pastor of House on the Rock, but they cannot find a man that was treated, wined and dined in Aso Rock barely 3 weeks ago. Nigerians, are you people understanding what APC is normalizing? Are you people understanding what APC is normalizing? Okay, let's do another Google search. The DSS that we complain about today, no be today DSS begin move mad. In case you're one of the people saying, let us split Nigeria because the DSS, hey, look at the police. Let me remind you that for all his flaws, for all the evil that man supported, when Oshibanjo was acting president of Nigeria, the first thing Oshibanjo did was to sack the DSS boss at the time, a man called Lawal Daura. To show you that it is one thing for the DSS to go mad, but they have state support. Because Buhari traveled, handed over government to Oshibanjo. The DSS went and locked the National Assembly building to the point that senators were scaling the fence. And the acting president at the time, Oshibanjo, sacked Lawal Daura, the DG of the DSS. Who remembers? Because this thing happened on 7th of August 2018. Check it on Google. Acting President Oshibanjo sacks DSS boss Lawal Daura. To make you understand that today you watched a video of the DSS harassing another armed personnel in Nigeria. But before, in a few days of Oshibanjo, when Oshibanjo had sense, I'm not holding for brief Oshibanjo, but just to show you what good leadership is, the DSS locked gate of National Assembly. They sacked the DG of the DSS. I want you people to understand what a working Nigeria will look like. In a working Nigeria, the DSS moves mad. One day, they sack the DG, the next day. I need you people to follow data. Numbers have no emotions. So when Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati are in power and the DSS moves mad, they will sack the DG of the DSS. So when you have an administration that refuses to sack the DG of the DSS for moving mad, that administration is complacent. All right? So now, let us move again. Because I like to be giving you people my stories in sequels. Asari Dokubo today is running amok and nobody is disturbing him. If you're a Muslim in Nigeria and you are bothered about Davido's video, let me remind you that breaking news 1 hour ago, CBN raises interest rates to 18.7%. That is a raise of 25 basic points. Let me remind you people that Tinubu has not given you cabinet for somebody who swore to hit the ground and running. Let me remind you people that Bola Ahmed Tinubu increased the price of fuel, but we don't have a minister of petroleum. They are talking of sharing palliatives for you. We don't have a humanitarian affairs minister. We don't have a CBN, a central bank governor. We just have an acting CBN governor. Do you understand that your country has had no ministers and you are in free fall? Do you understand that Buhari did not give you ministers for 6 months, and like play Bola Ahmed Tinubu might not even give you ministers for one tenure? What will you do about it? Is it not happening before? Has it not happened before? Yesterday, breaking news: APC sued Governor Adeleke because Governor Adeleke awarded himself state minister for works and housing. I asked APC, Buhari awarded himself Minister of Petroleum for 8 years. APC, did you people sue Buhari? Let me remind you of some lexicons APC has introduced into Nigerian lingo. There were some poverty lexicons we never had in this country. Till APC came on board, I have never heard the word palliative being used at government level. Share palliative. Please, if I'm wrong, tell me when you heard palliative, the word palliative used in Nigeria, even when we were suffering under military. APC told you people that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was wicked, evil, didn't do anything in the country. But Goodluck finished doing all the railway in 80%. APC came, just put marble slab and told you it was. Let me remind you people that everything Buhari commissioned, none of them is working. Second Niger Bridge is not working. Dangote Refinery is not working. Lagos Blue Line is not working. Nothing Buhari built is working. Last year, breaking news, because there's a series I'm doing on my Instagram story called How It Started, How It Ended. Last year, headline, Sanwo-Olu stays. Tinubu has magic wand to solve Nigeria's problems. Last year, 2022. Breaking news today, Tinubu is not a magician. APC did not promise to solve Nigeria's problems overnight. Oshomole. Nigerians. Judiciary. So, wait, let me ask you, dear judges, if you have been corrupt all your life and you have a chance to at least do away with the Don and at least reshuffle the table, you will leave the Don in his 80s to continue? Let's come from a mafia angle. When in the history of issues like this has the mafia ever allowed a Don who was a total recluse, causing disaster, causing chaos, and you allowed the Don continue? Make una they continue the foolishness people they do, because clearly what people are doing there, there's a cartel, there's a cult, but you guys are doing your cultism as with all things Nigeria upside down. Look at the rubbish. Pastors now, yeah, look at all. No pastor. Which pastor has come out? Where is House on the Rock? We must go through Saul to get to David. Where is he? Where is that Sele guy? I will vote for Tinubu. I cannot vote for Igbo. I am not a bastard. Where is he? Because if people want to be jumping on the Muslims too, we have our extremists. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they today? Where is Ade Farasi? Where is Adeboye? Has Adeboye told you people he wants to share palliative? No wahala. Dear Judiciary, let me just end by saying this. You saw Emefiele today in court, clutching a Bible. I will look for the video of when Emefiele was running his dirty mouth. If they want to fight me, let them come and fight me. You saw him today, clutching Bible, being led into court by a woman. Oh, how are the mighty fallen? Godwin Murphy, the man who took 100 million naira and bought APC presidential ticket as a sitting CBN governor. The man that withdrew every single cash in Nigeria with one edict and one swipe of his pen in 90 days and introduced a fallacy currency. Godwin Emefiele was introduced to court today in a jalabia, led to court by a woman clutching Bible from the back of a hillock. Dear Judiciary, why am I telling you this? There is another man in prison that you have forgotten about. His name is Bawa, former head of EFCC. They are going to bring him out very soon too. They are going to bring him. People have forgotten Bawa is there. What is Rule Bawa 101, Obedient Family? When you have a chance to deal with corruption because when corruption will get a chance to deal with you, corruption will not hesitate. Is that not Rule Bawa 101 of Obedient Movement? When Bawa had a chance to deal with Tinubu and try him for corruption under the EFCC, he let it slide. But now corruption had a chance to deal with Bawa, but corruption moonwalked on Bawa. He didn't even let it slide. So, dear Judiciary, I present to you. I've presented so many theories to you people. You guys don't know this research I do. You guys don't know what I go through, considering my busy schedule. I have told you, Plata or Plomo. I've told you the Ngige paradox is haunting this man. I have told you that they will deal with you. That was my last submission last week. Because I gave you that Buhari, the first thing Buhari did was he announced that the judiciary, corruption in the judiciary is the first place he's going to tackle. And he was blowing the doors of the judiciary with DSS. So, I end with this. Bawa 101 is before you, judiciary. You have a chance to deal with corruption. You have a chance to put a blow at everything that's held this country back. You are seeing it. The three factors that caused the war in Sudan was ethnic tensions, a wicked 1%, a wicked political class, and the crisis that was caused between the militia and the Sudanese army when they were trying to now inculcate the militia. Buhari did this by putting Boko Haram in the army. Asari Dokubo is following that template. If he causes enough problems, they will put those boys into the Nigerian army. One day we will wake up, we wouldn't know our army again. So judiciary, the ball is in your courts. I want to paint you a scenario. Give us those your stupid technicalities. You would need at least 9 of them. Technicality for certificates, technicality for double nomination, technicality for Abuja. You will need at least 9. Bring them. Bring them. They're already protesting in Edo. Did I not tell you that when protests will start, it won't be from violence space? One of the biggest insults we collected on violence space. You are calling yourself violence space, but people are not encouraging protests. We are here for intellectual violence. So we are here for intellectual violence, facts and figures, data. We know they for bars, made them carry. But when that protest will start, it's not Peter Obi that will call it. It's not violence space that will call it. Children of God, obedience, I love you all. Please pray for the judges. Pray for Nigeria. And I repeat one more time. Let us not condemn a marriage that we have never even truly given a chance at working. Dynamic leadership can change the fortunes of this country in less than one tenure. It takes about 8 months to build a house. It will take about 2 years to sort this country out. Please, I beg of you, don't condemn Nigeria. We have truly and honestly not given Nigeria a chance under dynamic, thoughtful, empathic, strong, intelligent, and no-nonsense leadership. I believe that there's another Nigeria that can be created. Other countries have had more tribes and more nationalities in them and achieved greatness. And I believe it's in our destiny as well. Give Nigeria one more chance. Dear Nigerian judiciary, I beg you to. Give Nigeria one more chance. Try this Peter Obi fellow. You might not like the obedience. You might not like our energy. We might be fascists. I have not seen any terrorist leader that supported Peter Obi. But you might not like us. You might like Bola Ahmed. You might like his sagacity. You might not, you might believe you don't need, you don't need Bola's body. You just need his brain. Whatever, just try this Peter Obi guy. I take God begged you. We have tried Bola Ahmed Tinubu for 45 days. Ebelebe egbocha n'ebe niile. There's some calamity you cannot even explain in English. Ebelebe egbo na church agbasana everywhere. Nigerians are trekking and parking their cars. Last but not the least, there is a fraud going on in this country in the petrol. Somebody imported light fuel into Nigeria. I am not mad. I am not crazy. It is not because that we are poorer now and petrol is more expensive and it's in our heads. I drove a route that used to last me full tank over a certain couple of days, and I had to buy that full tank twice. Somebody in NNPC has to answer for this, because in the history of this country, in 2021, the government imported bad fuel. People's engines knocked nationwide in this country, and nobody answered for it. Meleke Yare needs to tell us what type of goddamn petrol is being sold in this country, because all of a sudden we can't be buying fuel at 3 times the price and it's burning at 5 times the burn rate. It makes no sense. Nigerians, God bless you all. There's a lot to be upset about. I'll leave the show for you all. Cheers.
Thank you very much, my brother. They won't kill you now for that country. God bless you.
I have a video for NC. So NC said about Bolatin. Let me play for you, NC.
God, please, God.
See positive changes as we move along. Just go through these baby steps of pain. Baby steps of pain. Me too, I'm taking baby steps as a president.
Imagine we are taking baby steps of pain while he's in a 120-something car convoy. Baby steps of torture. No wahala. No. If we don't destroy it, we destroy Nigeria.
Now baby steps. Maybe now why people the waka. Now steps they the waka. So.
Oh my goodness, hey God. Oh, I'm just speaking. I'm just listening to your whole. Where you just brought the whole stuff down for me. Where you're buying fuel times 5, and the fuel is burning. It's burning 5 times faster.
My brother, ask any Nigerian. Go and check that thread if I was lying.
They working Nigeria, so they working. This one are ridiculous. Hey God.
I want to apologize to Goodluck Jonathan. Someone made a thread. Someone said, how did Goodluck Jonathan do that? He had subsidy and kept fuel at the same price for 4 years.
He went to school. Only Nigeria is